and support our work directly. Joining us tonight, of course, is presidential candidate RFK Jr.
Thanks for having me, Tim.
Everybody knows. Absolutely. I really do appreciate it. Everybody knows who you are, so we're really excited that you're here so we can discuss, I think, a lot about the Libertarian Party, your speech, what you're hoping to accomplish, as well as I've got a million questions about your policies and your plan for 2024. So I appreciate you being here. We have Luke, Phil, and Hannah Claire. You guys want to just quickly...
Yeah.
With us being at the Libertarian Party National Convention, and I know that you spoke, I'm curious, wow, the LP is getting a lot of attention right now, and I'm wondering what compelled you to come down here and speak to the people here. What are you thinking?
Well, I've always had an affinity for libertarians. My approach to the environment was always a free market approach. You know, I started working for commercial fishermen on the Hudson River, in a blue-collar community on the Hudson River, and I worked most of my career has been working for commercial and recreational fishermen who were capitalists, free marketeers, and I understood pollution to be a subsidy and an assault on the market. So that was always my approach. I've talked about it for 40 years, and about I'm anti-war, which is one of the key sympathies of.
Wait, hold up, my dude. You're anti-war. Why is it always I'm anti-war, except when it comes with a certain place, a certain country? And then Tim's terrible on that topic. Tim's great overall. If the first time you're watching, I'm not dissing Tim. I am dissing him on his take on that country. But overall, I'm not. He's great. And look at this conversation. Luke mentioned this is a risk. Luke put up a video yesterday, May 24th, Friday. YouTube took it down of RFK. So any channel, I was worried about putting up RFK videos as well. They don't like it. But don't tell me you're anti-war. I don't want to hear that Donald Trump is anti-war. I don't want to hear that. If you're anti-war, you're anti-war. I had to think through my position I had a caveat. Through my process to where I got to right now, I had a caveat. My caveat was China and Taiwan, because we have ties to Taiwan with specific chips that are going to be very important for AI in the future of electronics and electronics right now. All these electronics right now, most of them. And they're producing them. Biden did the CHIPS Act, which I agree with on premise, but there are some problems there. But one of the only things I agree with Biden is the premise of, and Congress did the bill, of the CHIPS Act, where we're trying to produce chips here. So I said, if China invades Taiwan, we have to go in and do war. I had conversation with people on the left, Caitlin Johnstone, that was not in person, but on Twitter, back and forth. Craig Pasta from the Convo Couch, the legendary living legend Craig Pasta. Man, if my YouTube career is over, I'm grateful to talk to some of the best journalists. He's one of the best journalists in the country. And I had two conversations with him. Great guy. And I think he saw something in me. He was like, I think I know you're anti-war. You're still a little baby along your process. And you know how sometimes you help a little toddler, like, let me hold your hands and then you can try to walk. And I still have concerns about the CCP, but I don't talk about them anymore. Now I'm talking about, no, I don't care what happens with China and Taiwan. I'm not for war. And he helped me along that journey, and other people as well. The leftists on Revolutionary Blackout Network, Nico House, Fiorella Isabel, Sabby Sabs, Rome Bethea, watching them, influenced by them. Yeah, you come to this channel, you're going to hear praise for young Nick Fuentes, because there's a lot of Nicks. There's Nick Recated, there's Nick, I don't even know his last name, Nick from Revolutionary Blackout Network, and Nick Fuentes. So I can't even go with the Nick Fury. That's how I used to call him, the furious one. You're gonna hear praise for that on this channel for Nick Fury. That's the future. I'm digressing a little bit, but they're at the Libertarian Party National Convention. They're the talk of the town in DC. June 15th, you've got the America First, I forget what the acronym is, political committee, which is AFPAC. They're going to be the talk of the weekend in Detroit, June 15th. I wanted to get out there. I had some life things come up. I couldn't, but I will be covering it as much as I can, taking these risks on YouTube. The revolution is here. This is great times to be alive. But I've gone through my process. I am anti-war unless it is directly affecting us on our shores, not some military base in Iraq or building a port in Gaza, and if something happens, an attack there, why are we over there? I'm anti-war, period. So I know Luke is better on the funny country. That's the only one there. Hannah Claire Bremelo's not. And no diss to her. Phil Labante's not. I'm a fan. No diss to him. Tim Pool is not. I'm a fan. No diss to him. This is all going to be on Luke because I don't think there's a position. We'll see what happens. I'm just starting this out. And I'm rambling. It'll have to be segments. But we'll have to see if you have. That's why the counterpoint is so important. If Luke's not there, I don't expect this to be called out. And Tim, even though Tim's definitely agrees with RFK on the funding country more than I do. I don't know if he's all the way with RFK. But either way, to have integrity, I have to kind of hold my tongue when he says this. Don't tell me this, sir. And you're at the Libertarian National Convention. The thing I like about the Libertarians is they will boo you. They boo. They'll come straight up out and tell you, no, we don't like this. Don't come with this type of nonsense here.
And about a lot of I'm anti-war, which is one of the key sympathies of libertarians.
See, don't do that. And I've chatted with a lot of great, respectful RFK fans. I've warmed up to RFK. I do have a choice, but I'm not going to vote for either one of them. I'm not voting for any Zios. I'm Zio free. I'm on a Zio free diet. If I had to, if you put a Zio weapon to my head and said you got to vote for one of the Zios, I would vote for RFK over Trump. Now that's going to piss. I mean, nobody's going to care. Nobody cares. I'm in Colorado, guys. Don't even worry about it. But so I'm friendly with the RFK J, but we aren't always going to be friendly. I don't care if you're MAGA. I don't care. I'm here for the truth. You can't handle the truth. I'm here for the truth. I don't care where that takes us. So that's where this channel is. The best idea and the truth. I don't care if you wear a red MAGA hat. He's a Zio, pro-war, even in the sunflower country, the blue and yellow country, because he was like, well, we can loan them some money. Trump said that when he had Mike Johnson over at the crib at Mar-a-Lago. They're getting their ass kicked. Loan them money for what? What's happening to your take, sir? I'm not against Trump, but don't come to me with nonsense. I don't have time for it. So if you're an RFK fan, don't come to me and tell me that he's anti-war. I'm not having it. And when I had my take of, well, I'm anti-war except for Taiwan, I wasn't anti-war.
I believe in personal freedoms, the Constitution. So, I think that libertarians themselves are not united about anything.
Feels over nothing.
No, that's not.
I think that libertarians themselves are not united about anything.
No group of people are united on everything. Here's my thing. Just because you call yourself a libertarian doesn't mean you are a libertarian. And it's not a diss. I'm not trying to do a purity test. I'm just saying what we define as libertarian is not the same. So it's not even like all MAGA don't agree. All America First, all Groypers don't agree. I can only express to you what I believe it is. And I try to maximize that belief. We have to start at the fundamental. It's not about borders. It's not about immigration. What is the fundamental definition of libertarianism? And everybody doesn't agree. So then, of course, there's going to be clashes because we don't even agree on what the title means. If I'm in the Libertarian Party, I'm not standing for that. I am not going for the narrative that libertarians all don't agree. They're all fighting over stuff. Every group is fighting over something. However you found this channel, thank you so much. This was just a clip. That's why it ended abruptly. But go to middlemaga.com, put your email in. I'll give you alerts, and visit the member section on YouTube, and you'll find the full uninterrupted reaction. Appreciate you. Peace.
Middle MAGA.